In this video, going to be sharing a clip from behind the scenes talk that I did with a group of entrepreneurs and salespeople, where I shared some of the strategies and insights that I learned from my mastermind with the world's #1 high performance coach, Brendon Burchard. Big shout out to the GOAT, the man, the myth, the legend. I promise you, regardless of where you're at in your sales journey, in your business, whatever the case may be, not knowing these 4 traps, these 4 hidden enemies will for sure stunt your growth or stop you from breaking through to the next level. So I'm excited for you to dive in and love to hear your thoughts in the comments of some of the breakthroughs and connections that you've had. The toughest and hardest reality for any business owner, salesperson, whatever the case is, and this is one of the most important things to understand, is what actually will kill your success. Rather than trying to figure out all the tactical things, we'll get to tactical. I wanted to talk about what is going to kill your success. What is the thing that's going to hold you back, stop you back? And it comes down to this very simple concept. Call them the 4 Ds of failure. Okay, and I'm going to explain them what they are. These Ds, think about this, each one as we fill them in, is this idea of, you guys have heard something of like, where your focus goes, energy flows. Anyone heard something like that before? The whole idea of that is, as you put your attention towards something, you fuel it. It's the same as when you get an objection. You're not supposed to handle the first objection your prospect gives you, because then you take that thing and you make it very real, which is not what you're supposed to. We'll get into it, okay? The whole idea of the 4 Ds is your attention is either here or on the mission. When I say the mission, everyone's going to have a different understanding. So take the word that connects for you. The mission is the dream, is the goal, is the ambition, is the aspiration, is the desire. It's that thing that you're like, this is the thing I want at this stage of my life. I'm not talking about like your grandiose purpose. If you're wondering, there is no one thing that you're like, this is my purpose for life. It's just this current stage. Are we on the same page? You're like, this is the mission right now. Whatever that mission is for you. That could be like, man, I'm just trying to get to 50K a month. I'm just trying to get to 10K a month. I'm just trying to get my 5 next paid clients. I'm just trying to get to whatever that mission is. You're like, I want to build a world-class fulfillment. Whatever that thing is, that is your current mission. Your attention is either on the mission, the goal, or it's on the 4 Ds. The first thing that will 100% destroy your success, take away from your momentum, take away from your flow. Because who here has had days you're like, man, I'm on fire. I'm going to go crush it. I'm going to go all in. And then there's days you're just like, I'm a little pup in the corner. I just want my bowl to be with Netflix on the side and leave me alone. Anyone? The first thing that starts to happen is your attention goes on the drama. Even if you've heard this, I really want to recap it because I need it to register for you. Because you're like, Anas, I'm not a dramatic person. So let me recap. Drama is when you start talking about shit that has nothing to do with anything. When you're like, man, did you hear Tyco did this? Or this person's running the scam? Or this thing happened? You just start to talk. Some people call it gossip, right? Or you simply just get offended by shit. Like, who here, if you have to humble yourself, someone gives you feedback, you have a conversation, you get offended. Why are you getting offended about a thing? Whether it's true or not, like our power is when we have that emotional regulation that you're like, I'm not bothered and offended by these things. You cannot penetrate me. I'm impenetrable. So what happens is we all have our own version of drama. Keeping up with the Joneses, looking at people who here at some point looks at some other person online. And let me give you a different way to look at it. And you go unconsciously, because that's what we do, into judgment or comparison. You see someone online who here's seen an offer or competitor or someone in your industry, and you looked at them and you said, they're not even that good. I could do it better. Or you said, wow, they're good. You look at someone online and you look at them and you're like, dude, how are they have that? I'm so much better. Or how do they have that? Holy shit, they're so good. I'm never going to get there. And I want to explain to you why I'm talking about this, because this all ties into the 4 Ds. Because as humans, what we do is we look at something, we judge it, we compare it, we judge it, we compare it. Oh, why he's not that good? I'm better. This. Or you then compare it. You're like, am I like him? Or is he better? Is she better? Well, why did they get it? And we go into all of this. And then what starts to happen is we start to feed into these narratives. Drama then leads you into distraction. Your attention could be on any of the 4 Ds or all 4 running through a cycle. You could be purely on distraction. Let me explain to you what distraction is. Distraction is, for everyone, is different. Someone, they go watch porn. Someone will be like, they go excessively work out. They'll go excessively eat. They'll go scroll random shit. Some of y'all will go and sell yourself subconsciously that you need to go train more. Who here is like, I need to go watch this course in the classroom. I need to go rewatch this thing. I need to go on YouTube. I need to go watch this 7 times. Hands up. I'm not saying training is bad. I'm the biggest, you train for life, okay? But here's the thing. In that moment, you are met with resistance. You are met with discomfort. You are met with hardship. And your brain sells you, because it's the greatest salesperson on planet Earth. It knows all your weaknesses, all your happinesses, everything. And it sells you to go train. It sells you to go into consumption mode. It sells you into doing everything else that isn't the main thing. The distraction is, I'm now going to start scrolling on social media. Everyone has a different example. Talk to your girlfriend, catch up on Slack, call a homie. What is your unique flavor of distraction? Everyone has different things. I'm going to go talk to the girlfriend. I'm going to go check on this. I'm going to cook this extra long, elaborate meal because I need to this, but I'm watching this YouTube video, so I'm being productive. But you're not. Because productivity is not activity. Productivity is moving the thing that gives you the meaningful outcome to which you are trying to work towards. So when you look at this, well, and ask, when am I supposed to train? When am I supposed to do this stuff? We'll get into the time management, the productivity, how you actually get shit done and get super dialed in. But I'm like, I can't get you there if you don't understand what is killing you on the journey. What is your thing? Because all change, if you ever want to change anything, it starts with awareness. So your awareness has to be like, oh shit, I do this. This is my thing, right? So then you go and you're like, okay, this is how I get distracted. This is how I do this thing. And you're trying to capture that specific thing for you. So now you got the distraction. Now here's the crazy thing. Okay, if you're scrolling, that's one of the worst ones, or you're consuming, you then tap into judgment and comparison. Because what happens when you scroll? Every single time you scroll, you guys ready? Guess what? When you say like it, don't like it, share it, comment, not sharing, what are you doing? You're judging it. You're teaching yourself to judge. You're judged. Milliseconds. Anyone ever swiped on Tinder, Hinge, Bumble before? What do? Judge, 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 like a lot, or like him, like whatever you guys are into, okay? Right? And you just go over and over and over and over, judge, 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 judge. And here's the crazy thing. That depletes your energy. That is, you're making 100 freaking decisions and judgments in milliseconds. Drains the glucose, it drains your energy. What happens, and if you guys understand this, what happens when you have low energy? Procrastinate. Who here wants to go low energy and be like, I'm going to go create a video. I'm going to go shoot an ad. I'm going to go call this client. When your energy goes down, for me, when my energy goes down, I just want to eat some shit. I just turn into a fat monster. I just want to eat. That's me. I'm sharing that so you can catch your own things. Because as you do all the judgments, all the distractions, the distractions then lead you into discouragement. And if I could sum up the thing out of all the things on planet Earth to date, to society, in this exact moment, what kills bigger dreams than anything, it's the discouragement and the fatigue. The fatigue is that tiredness. Because what happens when you're not feeling alive, energetic, and just on one? Everything is so much harder. Everything becomes a grind. Everything is just so difficult. When you're fatigued, when you're tired, your emotional regulation is off. Your mental cognition is off. Your physical vibrancy is off. Everything starts to go down. So then when you think big, audacious goal, when you think the mission, you're so discouraged because it seems so unfathomable. You judge. I look at him. I'm like, man, look at Raphael. Why is he so good? He's so this, man. He's got a nice office. He's got, who am I? I'm low energy. I'm this and this. I tried one attempt. Customer refunds. This guy charge back. This thing fails. This ad flops. I burn $500. What happens in that moment? You get discouraged. Drama, distraction, discouragement. It's either on this or the mission. It's either on this or the ambition, the goal, the desire, the dream, the thing that you are all here for. And when you're discouraged, you can't ask for money. You're like, how do I get more money up front? Dude, if you're discouraged, you start to feed doubt. And I split it to kind of help you just capture that, because doubt runs that what if loop. And a lot of times we don't consciously think about, you're not like, I'm consciously in doubt. You're subconsciously in doubt. Let me explain. Who here has stopped themselves from launching a campaign, from making a reach out, from sending an email, from making a post, from making a big ask, from following up, from asking for the close again, for objection handling a loop? Hands up. That's doubt. That's discouragement. That's defeat. That's fatigue. That's not you suck or a bad person. You're just like, man, I'm trapped in the 4Ds. But when you have that doubt, you're like, I don't think I could do this. Sometimes you consciously, you're aware of the doubt, yes? And then sometimes you don't even realize it, but you're self-sabotaging. So you stop the doubt. Then guess what happens when you have doubt, when you have discouragement, when you feel a little bit defeated? Do you guys know what I mean? Defeated, like maybe it's not that extreme. Sometimes it's extreme. Sometimes you feel defeated, discouraged. Then you go get distracted. The cycle goes back up. When you're in doubt and distraction, what do you do? When you're in doubt and defeat and discouragement, what happens? You start to get distracted. You go back to your vices. Some it's smoking, some it's going for a walk, some it's going for a drink, some it's thinking for a weekend, some it's going online, someone it's the gossip, someone is this, and you go back to the judging, comparison, and the drama. I need you to have awareness on that. Because the big question is, okay, and ask, I'm feeling that. What am I supposed to do? Well, you can't change it if you have no awareness. You're like, I can't change it if I don't know I'm running through this thing. Because when all of that is there, the doubt, the discouragement, all of that, I promise you, no matter what you do, if that is the baseline thoughts that are running through your mind, and you're trying to go here, and that's the CD and the language inside of you, you can't make that jump. Because you're like, hey, I'm trying to get to this, but deep down inside, you're like, who am I kidding? I can't do this. This is hard. This is tough. And what all of this leads is everyone's going to have a different cycle of procrastination, delay, a pause. You're going to go into this cycle that's going to force you to stay exactly where you are. Somehow, some way, you're going to self-sabotage. I'll show you what drama sounds for entrepreneurs and salespeople. You ready? The leads suck. No one is buying. This niche is hard. I got into the wrong industry. Ads don't work. I need organic. I need this. Who said some of those variations? If you make cold calls, man, they've been pummeled. No one wants to buy. They've been hit 100 times. They have door knockers on them. They have people calling them. They have running ads. The market is... Who said the market is saturated? That's drama, gentlemen. There's 300 million people in freaking United States of America. How could you saturate that? When you realize you're a speck in a speck in a speck, if you called everyone all day, every single day, you wouldn't even make it to 2% of the population. When you understand how massive the market and the economy is, you'd be baffled. So there is no niche is saturated. There is no the lead is bad. All it means is it's different, and I need a different mindset and a different strategy to approach it. I was talking with Alex and Tony yesterday, and I laughed. They had like a whole solar company, like a big reputable organization, literally relocating the whole business. Do you know why? They said no one in these neighborhoods wants to buy. They're not interested in solar. What did they say, Alex?
They said they wouldn't give me their electrical bill, which means like they just weren't interested. They were complaining that when they would open the doors, they were like, I'm good.
So guys, you don't have to be in solar. You don't have to be in door-to-door sales. A whole Titanic of a company has minions that knock doors. And because the prospects, the homeowners that they talk to will have a conversation, but they will not bring up their electric bills. Top 5 companies in the US. Amazing. Okay. The homeowners will not bring their electric bills. So they go, oh, these guys, this area, this part of Florida, they don't buy. They don't like solar. That is insanity. I'm just like, oh, you just haven't learned the right skill, the right pitch, the right approach to pivot towards that. As all of you kind of just hear what I was hoping you would journal while I'm talking is just to figure out your own, oh, this is my drama. This is my distraction. This is my, because you have to catch that. Because every time you feed it, you're away from the mission. Every time you say the leads, the this, the team, my setter, the closer, the ad, the this, I'm like, you're dead. You will not get that inspiration. You will not get that motivation. You will not get that like hustle bustle, like positive, good energy that you're like, I want to go crush it and smash it. It just will not happen because you're feeding the 4Gs.